Hello folks and welcome back to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. How is everyone doing today? And yes, we are going into Superhero Climax Battle. And it's going to be the Stage 2 that we're going to be attempting here. And I am worried about the missions. All 5 extreme types. 6 movie bosses is the one I'm going to attempt it with. I'm not going to attempt it with Uncontrollable Power. Uncontrollable Power is in a bit of a tight spot at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to be trying it anytime soon. And yes, the friend lead is going to be the Majin Vegeta Goku. And the reason for that is because I want to use him myself as the lead, mine being Link level 10, 79%, etc. But he hasn't come back yet, so by my own nerfing, I can only rely on a friend unit. So let's hop over to the infographic and hopefully we can take a look at the details here. So shout out to Dokkan DB. Beast Gohan has 1.3 billion health, 2 million attack, and 2 million defense. It's a little bit less than Cell Max was. However, as we look further in the kit, we will see how this isn't exactly easier. So we've got 70% damage reduction, no nerfing except for defense. We can lower defense, apparently. We cannot interrupt him, so we cannot stop the Ultra Super Attack over here, which is a 6 million damage super attack, which he will start doing from 0 to 50% HP. And it's gonna be difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be difficult because of that. 100% attack and defense when HP is 50% or less, and 7% attack and 7% defense within the turn with each attack received up to 100%. And then he also has a territory skill which disables defense, so no nerfing whatsoever unless I can use a domain, and also increases his attack and defense by 50%. So as you can see, the 2 million attack and 2 million defense is a bit of a misnomer. So until he's below 50% health, he's going to be doing the Lightning Blast Wave, which is a 5.6 million damage super attack, and it's scripted, okay? So HP 51% to 100%. The super attack, the 5.6 million one, is going to be in any slot whatsoever. Could be 0, 1, 2, 3. It could make life pretty complicated, not going to lie, for my team, for movie bosses. Yeah, it could be a little bit complicated. However, I do want to point out that the attacks afterwards, which is 0 to 50%, is going to be that the super attack is guaranteed in slot 3. So which means we're throwing off one of our biggest tankers off rotation, which again makes things even more complicated. Now back to the game itself. For movie bosses, we're not going in with this. This isn't the movie bosses team. It's this one that's the movie bosses team. So my mistake. And it's an all types team as well. Now the Cell Max is of course a given. In this case, it's an absolute given. Let's find the movie boss's support memory, which is not this one, right? Not that one. This one. Or is it Bloodline? Never mind. This one is movie bosses. Movie bosses or revenge. Yeah. So here is my all types team. I am intending to use this guy as the slot 3 or the slot 1 in this case, because when receiving an unarmed super attack, it has a 70% chance of nullifying it. So long as I have the other cooler on rotation, or yeah, so long as I have the other cooler on rotation, I'm going to be able to get the revival skill. Yeah. Okay, folks, sorry to interrupt here. I finished recording. I made a change with the Super Easy 8 STR Broly in for the tech Dragon Ball Z Broly, the one that you need to transform the tanks turn 1. And that worked out much better, much smoother. For some reason, 78% damage reduction does nothing for STR Broly, so it might just be bugged. I have no clue. The strategy that I would like is that turn 1 is to have both coolers on the first rotation, and the second rotation to have the Golden Frieza, Gogeta, and Cell Max on, so I can start building up attack and defense for the coolers, and then I'll have the Cell Max domain up for more damage that the next turn. So long as physical metal cooler can tank in both cases, both scenarios, great. The other best case scenario is if STR cooler is on the first rotation along with Tech Golden Frieza, and then the second rotation has AGL Golden Frieza with AGL Cell Max, and in slot 7 is Physical Metal Cooler, because he would have extra damage reduction the first turn that he's up. So that would ensure that you get the maximum amount of damage and you don't have to waste time triggering the KO attack when you have only that turn. You only have 2 turns essentially for the Cell Max domain. So let's hop in and hopefully it goes well. Okay, I'm not having good luck at all with this stage. Man. When you've got a dodge unit that doesn't dodge, it's dodge or die. So incredibly frustrating. I am not gonna lie, it is incredibly frustrating. Yeah, absolutely incredibly frustrating. We did take the hit, so we should get the 100% attack and defense there. Man, my last attempt, I came so close to winning. I was under 2 health bars left, and I got 1 crit on an additional super attack, and 3 attacks on STR Cooler was not even an additional super attack. Even the 18 key did not crit. It was really, really bad. Not gonna lie, it was horrendous. So yeah, we do need a significant amount of RNG here to help us, because STR Cooler is not critting. Consistently he's not critting. Which is something I have to check on his hidden potential system, because this is very weird that he's not critting at all. At least we're getting additional super attacks so he can build up defense. Any chance you're gonna crit? That is sad. That is very, very, very sad. That is abysmal. That is absolutely abysmal. Okay, so we're going to use the active skill here, not the active skill, transformation. I am going to use the active skill here because I did want Big Bad Bosses active. There is no Big Bad Bosses on this rotation. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, there is no Big Bad Bosses on this rotation. Cooked! Yep, that is unfortunate. Okay. Let's go ahead and try and get 24 key for Cell Max. And of course, Golden Frieza. Not exactly. Instead. Next turn, I hope that I can get crits out of STR Cooler, because if he doesn't crit, it's useless. Lovely. He dodged an attack when he needs to get hit so that he can do more damage. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, if he had gotten hit one more time, this might be over 100 million. He would have probably crit too. He has like nearly 100% crit and doesn't crit on the 18 key super. Oh my goodness. Just how bad does my luck have to be here? I kid you not, just how bad does my luck have to be here? I'm still gonna take a significant amount of damage from normals here, folks. It's a thing. Yeah. Super attack will do significant damage, but we do have a revival. Okay, never mind, he canceled it. We're on turn 4 already? No, this is turn 3. This is turn 3. Okay, we nullified both super attacks, which is huge. Could still end up losing if the Janemba at the end does not dodge. See if we can land critical hits on Beast Gohan here or not. Okay, we landed one. And I do like that we can lower his defense because he doesn't have the domain up. $83.9, almost 84 million. No crit again. 61.49, so 61.5. No crit again. 65.59. There's a crit at least. Okay, 65.59. No crit again. There's another crit at least. Okay, and another super attack. Okay, that's good. Crit? No crit, unfortunately. Alright, there's no attacks at the end for Janemba to dodge. Okay, this is fine. Alright, so we are kind of lucky here in that there isn't a super attack in slot 3 guaranteed. I am going to use a Whis though, just because I am worried about taking damage. Drop those. Yeah, I can get an 18 key. Yeah, I can get an 18 key at least. Okay. Was no super attack in slot 0, which is good, I guess. Although I probably should have thrown him off rotation and not sell Max. If I was using Elise anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have thrown him off rotation because he would have had over 100% damage reduction. Live and learn. Live and learn. At least he crit on the additional super. He dodged twice in a row. I genuinely wonder if that's even... I genuinely wonder if that's even a thing. So I am actually gonna lose quite a bit of key spheres there. Let's go ahead and grab these. I would probably lose out on key for Gogeta if I do that. Okay, so that's 7 orbs, that's 9. He does not need to take tech key spheres. Okay, I wish this was no 10 key spheres so that he could get a guaranteed additional super attack, but 9 key spheres gives a 95% chance to dodge. Okay, we got a crit on the Ultra Super, at least from Metal Cooler. That's good. No crit there, unfortunately. Now, strategically, I'm bringing in Gogeta also for more damage because he does more damage than Golden Frieza if Golden Frieza doesn't get hit before attacking. Nice. That crit. Very nice. No crit. Possible I have max additional on him. And almost no crit. It's possible. But I think he should have some crit in his kit. Am I wrong? I am going to use another Whis item. It's gonna have to be, honestly. I want to save the AGL Keysears for Cellmax next turn. So let's go ahead and grab this right here, and this should give me extra key for the entire rotation. Okay. Okay, so he has 0 crit in his kit. Yeah, 0 crit in his kit. I must have given him max additional so that he can super more often. At the very least, the hidden potential system 1 does do a super. Okay, next turn, I mean, obviously I need Janemba to dodge here at the end. If he doesn't dodge, even with the Whis, it's over. Okay. I was holding my breath. That was extremely, extremely aggravating. I'm not gonna lie, that was extremely, extremely aggravating. Okay, so I actually have more links here. So I am going to see here. So freely ways to detect and disables enemies action once within a turn, which is not going to happen because he's immune to interruption, and the active skill here recovers health. I already used my Whis. This is crunch time. I need to kill him here. Okay, so that was max visual damage there. I would say that since that was about 1.25 bar health, I think. I forget already. I forget already. It might have been over 150 million. Let's see what this does here. At least it crit too. Hold on. And that crit as well. Is it a guaranteed crit? It's not a guaranteed crit there. It's not a crit there. I will take it though. I'm more than happy about that. Okay. Let's... I hope that it drops the AGL Keysears. It does not. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. I was trying to save those for Cell Max, and he doesn't get an 18 key anyway. It's okay. So long as I can get some crits and a bunch of additionals out of the coolers. Okay, there's one crit at least. There is another crit. Very nice. Another crit. Another super attack. Another super attack crit. Yes, let's go. Oh my goodness, the amount of RNG that is in here is insane with this team. Goodness me. Yeah, any slot can have the super attack, and any time you're under 50% health, sorry, Beast Gohan is under 50% health, you can actually see that if there is only 3 attacks in the rotation from Beast Gohan, 1 in each slot, the slot 3 is going to be the super attack. So, goodness me, that was tough. Yeah, that was very tough. Well, good luck to all of you folks who are attempting this mission. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for coming to watch. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you are new here or you aren't already, please do consider subscribing. We do have a Discord in the description. If you would like to join, please come and hang out and discuss any range of topics that you would like. And just remember to be polite and respectful. And please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. How did this go for you? Especially if you have AGL Cell Max, you could just put him you could just put him as the lead, so that should make things a lot easier. I hope you folks have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Goshen signing off.